everybody, it's Kaylani and welcome back to my book corner. Today we're going to be kind of doing something different. So I recently went home to Michigan and the plan was to bring back all of my books, but because of the way the world is right now, I had to fly home instead of my grandparents driving back with me. So I only could take what my luggage could hold. So I could only take a little less than 50 pounds worth of books, as well as the other stuff I had to pack because I just celebrated Christmas with my family as well. So today we're going to just kind of go over the books that I brought back with me, and maybe you can kind of get a feel of some of my, what I kind of like to read. I only could bring back, like I said, some of my books, so to make it easier on myself, I picked one type of book. So I brought mostly back my manga, and then I brought back some of my poetry, and then some odds and ends, as well as my classics that I have. So I guess we will just go ahead and jump right in. So for my manga, I have quite a collection right here in front of me. I kind of read a little bit of everything. I do notice that I'm missing one book from one of these series, but we'll get to that. So the first book I have here in my pile is The Dark Hunters Infinity. The author is Sherilyn Kenyon, and it is the graphic version of the first book in the series, and Sherilyn Kenyon does that a little bit. I also have her Dark Hunter series in graphic novel, the ones that she's made. I believe there's only the 4 out still, so, but I have the first 4 of those as well. There you go. Yeah, and I'm not going to really go over what they're all about because there's so many books and I do not want this video to be 100 years long. So from that one, I guess the rest are actually manga. So we have the Maid-Sama series, which is probably one of my favorite series. I have book 1 through 7 here with me. They are so cutesy and I love the anime as well. Let's see if we'll focus at all on them. Maybe. But this is like a really cute series. It's definitely, I don't know. I'm really bad with like the types of manga there are. This is definitely like romance, cutesy, high school manga we have here. Like, or on High School Host Club. I hope any of that was in focus. You know how old these are because I have a border sticker on the back of this one. So I've had these ones for some time. And then the next one I have here is Fall in Love Like a Comic. I have 1 and 2. These also have the border sticker. That's how old some of these books are. That's crazy to me. But yeah, so I have 1 and 2 here. There's 1. There's 2. And then we have the Blackbird series, and I am missing number 3. I don't know if it just got lost in the shuffle or what happened. So like I have 1, 2. Oh, I'm also missing 4. I don't know. Maybe they just didn't get put in the back or the luggage. But I have 1 through, or I have 1 and 2 and 5 and 6. Here's that one. I actually don't remember much about this series. I guess it probably wasn't my favorite, but I've held on to them still. So these are some more that I brought back with me. I'm really hoping any of these are in focus because I cannot tell because the camera is so far away from me. And then we have the first of the Blue Exorcist. I don't think this one's mine. I think this is my brother's and it just ended up in like my book boxes. But there's that one. And then I have 1 through 3. I think this is pronounced Bakuman. I have 1 through 3 here. I really don't remember this one either. I read this one quite some time ago. Most of these I did read a while ago. Just because I like manga, but I usually borrowed it from other people. Because they go so fast, I don't really like spending money on them unless it's a series I really like Maid-Sama. If I could get the whole series, I probably will. And then I have the first and second one of Soul Eater. And this one I definitely watched the anime for. It's one of my favorite animes out there. I just really like the concept of like a weapon also being a person. So that's cool. And then I have Absolute Boyfriend, which I believe this is only a 2-parter anyway, so I think I have the whole series for this one. It's either this one or Fall in Love Like a Comic. Like, one of these is only a 2-book series, and this one is obviously like romance manga. Ain't that cute? And then we got this one too. I think this one maybe, I can't remember. One of them's only a 2-parter. And then I brought tons of, well, not tons of poetry, but I feel like it's a lot of poetry. I Wrote This For You. It doesn't say who it's by, so that's super cool. Oh, maybe it's by more than one person? Am I crazy? There's like no author. It says, I don't think I read this one actually. So it just says, please find this, 2014. So maybe it's by other people. I don't know. It doesn't tell me. There's really just no author on there at all. So that's cool. And then I have The Last Line, or The Last Time I'll Write About You by Dawn Lunitza. I really like the font. Could possibly be the reason I bought it. Let's see if I can get it to focus on the font. Maybe. Oh, there it goes. And then I have The Chaos of Longing by K.Y. Robinson. Depression and Other Magic Tricks by Sabrina Benham. The princess saves herself in this one. This one's been through some things. It's kind of dented on the cover. I feel like a lot of people... This one's by Amanda Lovelace. I feel like a lot of people know these. She has 2 other ones that I plan on reading soon. The Mermaid Doesn't Lose Her Voice in this one. And there's a 3rd one, but I can't remember what it is. And then Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. I know, I probably am the worst at this. And then The Absence of the Sun by Emily Curtis. I really would like it to focus on the book. Let's see. There it goes. And we have The New American Best Friend by Olivia Gatwood. So those are the poetry books that I brought home. The rest of them are kind of an odd assortment of books that I just could fit, and so I brought... I didn't really look at covers. I kind of just was like grabbing stacks because it's really hard for me to pick books because I definitely have... there's like 3 totes of books, and I brought maybe like half a tote back with me because of the weight of books. So we have the pocket edition of The Hobbit that I am going to be reading. This is actually my fiance's. It got left in Michigan, so I have not read this one. Some of these books I haven't read, and they are just like ones that I have. And then I have Kurt Vonnegut's Bluebeard, and this is actually one of the first books I ever annotated because I took an English class, and this is one of the books that I had to read for the English class, and I didn't realize I annotated it. I actually thought I was just like putting stuff in there, but it's actually annotated, so that's cool. And then we have the unofficial first book of the Dark Hunter series. Sugarland Kenyon is one of my favorite authors. I have a lot by her. I have her 2 graphic novel series, but so this is the unofficial first book of the Dark Hunter series because this technically doesn't... The main characters aren't Dark Hunters, but it takes place in that world. Like, the characters from this book show up in her Dark Hunter series, so that's why I say it's the unofficial first book. And then we have It's Kind of a Funny Story, and I read this a long time ago. I think I've actually read all of Ned Vizzini's books because I like this one, so I read all of them. But we have that one. And then this is probably the most precious book for my high school career. It's annotated by like my friends because we all read this. And I'm going to show you this poor book. And please be nice to it. If you don't like this book, or if you don't like the actual book, I'm sorry, but like this specific copy, we have to be very gentle to. It can't take bad criticism. So here it is. It's Spanking Shakespeare by Jake Windsor, and my copy is like destroyed because, like I said, I let all of my friends read it. So like we're missing covers, and it's like, it's very torn apart, and like I said, they wrote their own notes in here. And like some people actually wrote in it. So my poor copy has been through a lot. I think 15 people read this copy other than me. So it's a very, it was very important to my childhood, you know? So there is that one, Spanking Shakespeare. Highly recommend. It's hilarious, by Jake Windsor. And then I have Tell the Wolves I'm Home. Did not read this one. Haven't read it yet. It's by Carol Rafka Brunt? You tell me. So I don't know what this one is. I got it on sale, obviously, but that's all I know about it. And then we have Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, obviously. White Boy Shuffle. I haven't read this one. This was for that one class that I read Bluebeard for, and I just never got to it. It looks like I read the first 21 pages, and then I just stopped reading it because I didn't want to. And then I have What My Mother Doesn't Know by Sonia Sones, and I really like Sonia Sones. She is definitely like a YA author, but all of her books are written in verse, like little poems, but it's like it can, wow, that was blurry, wasn't it? So, but it's a continuous story, so like every verse makes sense within the story, but each poem is a different poem. Does that make sense? I don't know. But she's got a couple different books like this, and I liked all of them. This is just the only one that I currently own. I think this is the one about her mom dying, but there's one like where the mom dies and she has to move across the country with her dad. I don't think it is this one. But that one is definitely my like all-time favorite from her. So I will have to remember what the series is. If I can look it up, I will put it somewhere on the screen. But there is also that one. And then I have Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore by Robin Sloan. Also haven't read this one, but it is one I own. And I've heard some good things about it recently, so I might have to go ahead and pick this one up. But yeah, I don't know anything about it. And then I have 3 more books, and these ones are by people, I think they're not like real, like stories, I don't think. Let me just get into it. So I have Sleepwalking by Mike Birbiglia. He is my all-time favorite comedian. He is hilarious. If you have never heard of him, definitely check him out. This one is a signed copy by him. And then we have the Mindy Kaling book. This might be Is Everyone Hanging Out With Me and Other Concerns. I think this one is like a personal story to her, but I haven't read it, so I'm not sure. And then we have the Point Your Face at This by Dimitri Martin, and it's all drawings because that's what he does. And he is my second favorite comedian, and I highly recommend him. So that is all of the books that I brought back with me from Michigan. Oh, no it's not. Just kidding. I totally forgot about it. I started stacking books on it, so I forgot about them. These are my classic books, the like Barnes & Noble editions that I had. So we have The Arabian Nights in this pretty cover. Let me cover my face up because that's the only way it focuses. It's got the gold edging. So there's that one. And then these ones do have some illustrations in them. And then we have The Ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So it is the whole series. It's all of the little different books in them. I like on the back, it's got the Don't Panic. And then it's also got the foiled edges. These ones are in silver. And then we have Beauty and the Beast and other classic fairy tales. I'm not sure what the other classic fairy tales are, but oh wow, this has a lot of different fairy tales in it, looks like. I thought this was like just the Beauty and the Beast, but I don't know. I guess not. But we have Beauty and the Beast. Let me get really sidetracked by the book. This really pretty copy. It is the Barnes & Noble copy, like I said. And then on the back, we've got the castle. And it's got the silver foiling. We have 2 more books here. We have Peter Pan. And it is, again, the Barnes & Noble edition. These ones are kind of old. I don't know if these are still the current Barnes & Noble edition covers. And then they all have like really pretty inside covers. And then on the back it says, all children except one grow up. Right there. And Peter Pan's silhouette. And then I have the Little Mermaid and Other Fairy Tales. I didn't realize these like had other fairy tales in them until I'm looking at them right now. This one just tells me the plates, so I'm not really sure what other stories are in here. But I also have that one. It's got the Little Mermaid on the cover. And then it's got the foiling on the sides. And then on the back it says, you wish to get rid of your tail in order that a young prince may fall in love with you. Is it not so? So there's that on the back. And those are all of the books that I brought back with me from Michigan. Like I said, it was kind of a bummer because of the world and the way it is right now, but we keep moving forward. So these are all of the books I brought back, and there are so many more that I did not get to bring, but that's okay. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff if you want to, and I hope you have a great day.